Hello, namaste, and welcome back, you guys. You're listening to Bollywood Talkies with your host, Minnie. Listen, I don't know about you guys, but I can't believe we're already at the third episode. So once again, thank you guys so much. Life for me has been a little crazy lately. So instead of going to watch something new, I decided to go through my list of films and series that I haven't gotten a chance to watch. And one of the first movies on that list was Sharma Ji Namkeen, the last film of the legendary Rishi Kapoor, which was completed with the help of Paresh Rawal. The film was directed by Hitesh Bhatia, and apart from the two male leads, features Juhi Chawla, Suhail Nair, Tarak Raina, and many more talented actors and actresses who we all know and love. Firstly, I have to say that I am glad that they continued the completion of the film in the way that they did. I mean, as we all know, Rishi Ji's health deteriorated in the middle of the film, and he sadly passed away in April 2020. Obviously, in such a case, the film could have very easily been shelved. But considering how much Rishi Ji had already shot for this film, the makers chose to complete the entire project. And as mentioned by Ranbir at the start of the film, they thought to either use VFX to complete the film or have Ranbir use prosthetics to play the part. But I think either way, the film wouldn't have been able to honor Rishi Ji in the right way. And choosing another equally talented actor like Paresh Rawal to finish the movie, as well as, keeping Rishi Kapoor's shots, was not only a bold move by the filmmakers, but also a job well done. But again, this is not something you see every day in Hindi movies. I mean, two actors playing one character in the same film without interfering with each other's frames? Amazingly done. I think we can all agree with the fact that both actors portrayed that one character in their own way, and it never even seemed to clash. I mean, I guess if you would have been watching this movie, without knowing why there were two actors playing one person, anyone would have been really confused, especially when you see Paresh sir standing in the balcony and then Rishi Ji walking back into the kitchen, right? But then again, really and truly, a job well done. But in terms of story, there was nothing too fancy. It was a simple story of a newly but early retired man who wishes to invest his time in his cooking hobby, but seems to be unappreciated by his family. I think it's the kind of story that takes place in every other household. Retired people are usually seen as old and are forced to, engage themselves in the typical religious activities, the same yoga, evening walks, and so forth. But why do we assign the same labels and activities on them? Just like the quote-unquote younger lot, they too have passions and hobbies that they should be able to fulfill, right? But Sharma Ji Namkeen shows exactly that. It shows the perspective of the retired man instead of the family and how his feelings and his hobbies matter more. So yes, this message was truly powerful, and I would definitely hope that people all over the world really recognize and understand this. I mean, you never know, there might be a Sharma Ji Namkeen in your very own family. But in my opinion, I think the film overall was great. It definitely honored Rishi Ji in the best way possible. Let me know if you guys liked the film as much as I did. Post your comments all over our streaming platforms and social media. So, I think compared to the last episode, there was not a lot of buzz in the industry. However, an article I read just a few days ago had me a little shocked and confused. So, in March of this year, Dharma Productions released the poster of Bhedarak, which was supposed to be the debut film for Shania Kapoor, Lakshya, and Gurfateh Pirzada. For those who are unaware, Shania Kapoor is the daughter of Sanjay and Mahib Kapoor and is cousin to Janvi, Arjun, and Sonam Kapoor. Lakshya is a young actor and is well known for his role in the historical show Porous, which aired on Sony TV, and Gurfateh as well is a young actor who has been seen in the film Guilty as Vijay. However, recently, news of Bhedarak being shelved or at least postponed had been surfaced. But nobody from Dharma or any cast members have said anything in acceptance or denial, which, if you ask me, is a little sad. But at the same time, I'm very interested in seeing both the audience reaction and the cast reaction, especially if this news is true. I think with Shania, the public would definitely have something to say. However, with Laksh, this isn't the first time a film of his is being shelved. Laksh was actually supposed to debut with Dharma Productions' Dostana 2 alongside Kartik Aaryan and Janvi Kapoor. The announcement was made around Diwali 2019. However, as we all know, mid-2021, news of Kartik Aaryan's fallout with Kejo circulated, and apparently this caused a halt of the project. Oh, but would you look at the timing? Kejo will live a long life. He just posted the confirmation of Bedarak on his social media, and he captioned it saying, Shania, Gurfateh and Laksh are all set to storm the screens next year. Shooting commences first half of next year. #Bedarak. So, yay team! Ooh, but the comments did not really pass the vibe check. But are we even surprised? I mean, at least Laksh will finally be able to have his Dharmatic debut, right? I mean, along with Shania and Gurfateh, of course. But apart from possibly shelved films, can we talk about the song Kesaria from Brahmastra finally dropping? Listen, I'm gonna be honest. They marketed this song extremely well. The teaser, mind-blowing. I mean, they had everyone so obsessed with it that when the song actually dropped, they immediately had over 3 million views in just 3 hours. And then over 20 million in a day. But, I mean, as hyped up as I was over the teaser, the whole song itself did not pass that bar. I'm sorry. I think out of the 100%, the song had 80% of my appreciation, but the line Love Storia dropped it to 60%. And this, I know, was felt by so many people. They even went to call it the Ilaichi in biryani. Now that is sad. But on a fun and sexy note, Koffee with Karan Season 7 first 2 episodes. Let's talk about Ranveer and Alia first though. I had such a good laugh. Lots of cute moments, especially when Alia talked about her marriage. And lots of funny moments as well. I mean, who knew Ranveer Singh had so many actors in him, right? And then the next episode with Sara and Janvi was also really entertaining. So many inside jokes though. My gosh. But I'm glad they made it out alive from that scary trip of theirs. Just like the first, episode 2 was very entertaining. Can we talk about the fashion though? I think between the 2 episodes, Janvi was definitely the best dress. I don't know, I liked her shiny dress. And then the moment she took off her shoes and threw up her hair in a bun and right in the middle of the episode, can we talk about relatability? But I mean, Alia and Ranveer looked amazing as well. Alia definitely looked like a little strawberry shortcake. And personally, I felt Sarah could have done a little better. But I enjoyed the episodes, and I'm really excited for the next ones. So, since we're on the topic of Bollywood and fashion, I sort of just remembered something. So, y'all know I was born and raised out of India, right? So, growing up, my biggest Bollywood fantasy has always been to wear a beautiful, dramatic lehenga and run through the green field and just feel like the beautiful Bollywood princess I am. But while I'm still trying to fulfill that fantasy of mine, there is a fairy godmother out there who is making some Desi Cinderella dreams come true. My guest today, she's a young, talented entrepreneur. She is the proud founder of Desi Is Me, a South Asian clothing brand designed to provide access of well-tailored modern Indian fashion to the youth of today. So let's welcome this beautiful Desi girl, Millie Barman. Hey, what's up?
Hey, thanks so much for having me. That was quite the introduction. I'm like grinning like so hard right now. So thanks for that. That was awesome.
But it's true. This is every Indian girl's dream. So yes, thank you for doing that.
No, and thank you for recognizing that, honestly.
Now, I have been following Desi Is Me since 2020, which is,
Wow.
I assume, its starting date.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still waiting to make that US trip and, definitely get an outfit from you. As I said, this business is a blessing to many young Desi women. So thank you.
I really appreciate that.
But now this blessing, from what I know, it started off as a problem for you. Right? So tell us how Desi Is Me came about.
Right. So, I mean, I have a really good story for this. It really like this business truly started with a problem that I encountered. I just always really struggled with finding like good South Asian attire. Basically one option is like you can go to India to buy clothes, but I think the market there is very catered towards bridal lehengas. The concept of wearing like, a quote unquote light lehenga as a guest is not really a concept there. And every time I'd go, I think it always used to take so much time to get made because the tailors are always like, you need your measurements and we need to do a custom work. And, if you're not in India for like over a month, like a lot of times I wouldn't even be able to, get a piece in time to take home with me. So that was always the main issue with, shopping in India. And I think even now with COVID and the pandemic, like traveling has been on the more lesser end and going to India is not as common of a journey as, it maybe used to be for a lot of people. So
also very costly
and also costly too. So, that was one issue. And then another problem was, if you're trying to shop in the US, like alternatively, instead of going to India, I always noticed that like choices are just really limited and also like very expensive. There was literally a turning point for me, and this was in high school. My school was putting together like a dandiya dance event, and I had like one weekend to figure out something to wear for this. So my go-to response was, let me just go to like shop somewhere local here in the US. And I think I dropped like $400 or $500 on a lehenga that I didn't really love, but it was kind of more just like I needed something very last minute. So this is my option. So just all of these kind of, struggles, I think led me to create Desi Is Me. And just the goal is really, I wanted to just create this modern shopping experience for young girls to really like have easy access to modern Indian wear. So
that's incredible. So thank the Lords for dropping this problem in your hands because you made the solution for everybody. But why was it that you wanted to solve everybody's problem? Why wasn't it just like, oh, let me figure out something for myself?
Right.
Why did you prefer to like start the entire business for like everybody else instead of just trying to solve your own problems at that time?
Right. No, that's a really great question. I don't think I've actually ever been asked this before. And like, honestly, when that problem I tried to solve for myself first. I remember like I created my dream piece when I was in India, pre-COVID, and I came home with the outfits I made, and I was like, it was so unique and different from anything I'd ever really owned. And I remember all my friends were like, wow, like, this is amazing. Like, I want one of this. Like, can I wear this? Or, I have an event next week. Can I borrow it? So I saw a lot of interest from like, I got a lot of support from kind of my friends and family. And then I also grew up in a very like entrepreneurial household. So my dad runs his own business and he's been running it for 25 plus years. And, our dinner table discussions in the house are always, business ideas and, running a business, and it always revolves around that. So I've always been interested in business, growing up as well. So I think just all these factors combined, I was like, this is an opportunity for me to
start something of your own.
Yeah, start something of my own, go after something I'm really passionate about. And, I was still in college. I had time to really explore, and I was like, I want to just go ahead and see what I can really do. And,
That's crazy, but that's also very inspiring. I feel like even for people that do not have that sort of entrepreneurial support, it sort of gives them that like push that, if you have something, it's not hard for you to go after it. And it is, it's amazing and it's inspiring. So definitely thank you. And I'm glad it's working out for you as well.
I think it's a good, like you said, I think it's a really just good message. For anyone that if you're really passionate about something, you should just try to incorporate it in your life. It doesn't mean you have to like, make it your full-time job or like, drop everything to like start a business. But like, if you can, like, even in the way you're doing it, you have a podcast and you're talking about Bollywood and you're connecting with other South Asians and Indians. And I think that's the way you're incorporating that kind of passion into your life. and still choosing to like, you know, have a job after you graduate college. It's all really good stuff. So,
that's exactly how I was thinking about it as well.
Yeah.
So, but thank you for that.
Of course.
Definitely did help.
Yeah.
But now getting back to the dresses, you mentioned that you wanted to design your own custom piece. So do you design the other outfits yourself? And if you do, which I am assuming you do, where does the inspiration come from? Because you can only have one dream dress, right? How do you make multiple dream dresses? Where does that inspiration come from?
No, such a good question. And so yes, so to answer your first question, I do design everything myself. And it's definitely obviously the most fun part about running the business, because all of my inspiration has come literally directly from Bollywood and just that whole world of entertainment, because it's just I can give you a very specific movie actually that kind of launched my...
Please do.
Yeah, that really, I think, launched the business and has inspired everything that's in our shop. And it was a movie from Yash Raj called Mohabbatein. And if you ever go and search any of the clips of them dancing, you're nodding because I know you agree with this.
I know exactly what you're talking about. The same colored
yes, they were
skirts and the blouses.
Yep, they
were
the
same like colored dupatta, minimal design. Oh girl, you hit the nail on the spot. Oh,
yeah.
Love it.
So that was the movie for me that really was like, and I know Yash Raj in all his movies, all the girls are dressed to just look like they're in a magical dream and they're just running through the fields, and you're just like, wow, like this is so pretty and just simple. And they, like you said, they were the same top and bottom color, and it was just like a really light, flowy, elegant piece. And I remember watching that movie and being like, I want that outfit in my closet. I don't know how I'm gonna get it, but that was like, I used that movie to kind of create most of my designs.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And I can hear the early 2000s in you speaking. You know, you just know the fact that you said Mohabbatein, I was like, yes, that's early 2000s check. But it's funny because it's not just you and I that have that kind of like a dream or a fantasy, but there's so many girls out there, especially like our age, who like we really just want to be running in fields in like same colored lehenga and blouses.
Right.
So like, dang, it's funny to think how again, it's not just us, but like people or Indian girls all over the world have the same thing. So Bollywood has really, I think I said it in my previous episode, Bollywood has really impacted lives.
Right. And it really unites all of us too, I think.
Ways.
Yeah. And can you imagine we're like literally on opposite sides of the world, and like we both have, you know, the movie.
The same dreams.
Right. No, we literally have the same dreams. And and when I started it, I thought to myself, like, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm the only one that's like, you know, like this young 20-year-old who like watches Mohabbatein and wants those lehengas. But then, when I started the business, I started making sales. I had girls like buying the lehengas and then taking videos and pictures and literally like in their backyard, and they're twirling. And someone was like, you know, Desi Is Me has made my Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam dreams come true. Like my 90s Bollywood dreams are here. And I honestly, those comments, like I shed tears, because it's like, it's crazy that we all have similar, you know, upbringings, and, you know, even being all across the world, we're all watching the same movies, being impacted by the same kind of entertainment that's in front of us. So it's just so fun. Like, really.
I know. Well, thank you, Bollywood. I've said it once, I'm gonna say it again. Yep. Thank you, Bollywood.
Right? Thank you, Bollywood, for just giving us like the fantasy of for our childhood to
come
just
into a reality. Yeah. Definitely. Okay, we speak about Bollywood, we speak about these celebrities, and you know, seeing Bollywood as a child, it, as you said, it influenced you to like start your own kind of thing. But now, where do you want to see it grow? Like, where do you want to take this in terms of like maybe designs, maybe audience growth, maybe level? Where do you see it?
I mean, the more I do this every day, the more I know I just like it's something I want to continue as much as I can. And of course the ultimate dream is, you know, to have this brand be like one of the go-to places to like easily shop for like modern Indian wear. But and that too, again, like anywhere across the world, I just want to make it a really easy, seamless experience. But like you said, I think there's so much growth in so many just departments, like with designs. I want to bring, that modern Indian wear, not only in lehengas, but in other types of clothing, like shararas and for girls. I sneak peek for the podcast listeners. I have a men's boys collection of kurtas and vests coming out in a couple of months.
Ooh.
So trying to expand that, because I know just the same kind of struggle girls go through. I know boys also struggle with the exact same thing. So I was like, that's a great kind of region to expand into. And those are I guess my high level goals. But like you said, expanding it in clothes and expanding it in designs and all of that is in the works for Desi Is Me. So it's an exciting time.
Oh, wow. I am excited. My God. I'm not even a guy, but I suddenly got excited hearing the male kurtas. Wow. Well, folks, you heard it right here. I hope all the Indian men out there who want to live their black kurta dream, they finally get to do so from Desi Is Me. So, yeah, stay tuned to Desi Is Me social media, and you'll get to know real soon whenever it drops.
Yeah.
Now, in honor of the one male that I look up to, we now have a rapid fire to get to know more about your opinion on Bollywood and Indian entertainment. So, how ready are you for it?
I'm so ready. I watched the first episode, season 7, Karan Johar's Koffee with Karan. So my rapid fire brain is turned on right now. I'm ready to go.
Oh, and I'm ready to ask. For now, Millie, are you ready for your first question?
I'm ready.
Okay. Which Indian celebrity, according to you, has the best fashion sense?
Oh, wow. I'm really into Karthik Aaryan's just kind of chic look. I'm more into the chic, minimalistic, modern look. Karthik Aaryan really brings it.
Ooh, yeah. And any females that grab your attention in the fashion?
Oh, absolutely. I think all of the youngsters are doing really well. Janhvi Kapoor is always really classic. Every time she steps out, all her looks are just super chic, modern. I love it.
Alrighty, next question. What is your biggest filmy fantasy?
I can think of one, and it's from DDLJ in the train station trying to grab the guy's hand and get pulled up on the train. That moment is that is a fantasy I'll always have. So
that is so amazing. Now, which movie do you know all the dialogues to?
Oh, there are honestly majority Bollywood movies, but Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara I can probably just
Oh my God, same.
Really?
Oh, that's crazy. Yes.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Makers of Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, we can do a rereading for you. Call us in the next 10 years.
Anytime. We will be there.
Exactly. We can read the script for you. Perfect. Okay. Now, coming back to the business, what is the best compliment you've received for your work?
There's always this one comment that sticks out to me. She's this young, I think literally 13, 14-year-old girl. And she one time just DM'd me just the sweetest message. And it was thank you so much for creating our dream lehengas. There's pockets and you've created you've made them less itchy and they're comfortable and the price point is amazing. And she just wrote me the longest, sweetest message, and DMs like that just make my heart explode. So
that is so sweet. But moving on in the rapid fire, if your life could be any one Desi character, either TV or movie, which one would it be?
Ooh, great question. To be honest, my all-time favorite movie is Ye Jawani Hai Diwani. It's the ultimate romance movie for me. So if I got to play that part of Naina, and she was just really smart and beautiful, and just I don't know, that role was I would love to be that character in that movie. Absolutely.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, well, makers of Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, if you're looking for a sequel or a remake, you know who to contact. And she would provide the dresses as well. That saves you the money.
Just about to say, I can provide all the costume work, anything in that realm. You can hit me up.
Alrighty. Next question. Who is your favorite Khan?
Oh, this is a debate that my family has all the time. But I don't know if this will be a controversial answer, but Aamir Khan is my absolute all-time favorite. Phenomenal actor. Just any movie he's in, it's just phenomenal work. So.
And lastly, which celeb do you want to see walk the ramp for your brand?
Oh, great question. What celebrity would walk the Desi Is Me ramp? I mean, Sara Ali Khan is like, I think she's, again, like just really like put together. She's smart. Like, I think she's a good representation of like, the modern young Indian girl. So she'd be so cool to, walk the Desi Is Me ramp.
Oh, I can't wait for that to happen. Well, that was the end for the rapid fire, but I do have a bonus question which I'm going to be asking all of my guests until it happens. So Alia Bhatt and Ranbir Kapoor are expecting a baby,
right.
And as the hypothetical baby shower planner for Alia, one of the activities is obviously suggesting a name for the baby. So if you had the chance to suggest 2 names to Alia and Ranbir, it could be gender neutral, gender specific, doesn't matter. If you had 2 names to suggest to Alia and Ranbir for their future baby, what would it be?
This is such a cool question, but let me see. Let me think of a good girl name and a boy name. I think I just named one of my pieces Alina. That sounds like such a pretty, beautiful girl name. Maybe that could be something unique and different. For a boy name, maybe. But I always love the name Jay. I think it's very, simple and...
But it's nice.
But I'm going to be waiting to see when they have their kid, what they name it. But
beautiful names. And we will see whenever the baby does come around to see how close we were in terms of maybe even letters. Let's see.
Yeah.
Now, let's move on to the fun Bollywood quiz. This is going to be testing your Bollywood knowledge. Are you ready for your Bollywood quiz?
All right. We'll see. Let's do it. I'm ready.
First question. The Dawn movie franchise features 2 popular actors. Who played the first Dawn and who played the second Dawn?
Oh, that's a great question. And I don't even know if I know the answer. Wow. I need to go back and rewatch both Dawn movies. Was Shah Rukh Khan in one of them? Was he the second one?
Yes, Shah Rukh Khan was the second one. The first one was in the 90s. So,
right.
Not the 90s.
A very safe
80s.
80s, probably even earlier. I think my very safe answer is going to be like Amitabh Bachchan or something, but I don't know if that's right.
Well, your safe answer was absolutely correct.
Oh, amazing.
It was in fact Amitabh Bachchan. Now, let's see if you can guess this one. Rani Mukherjee has appeared in the following 4 films. Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna, Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, Kal Ho Na Ho, and Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. Which movie did she not have a role in?
Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum, I don't think she had a role in that, unless I'm blanking.
She did have a role in Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum. She played the role of Naina, which was the first...
Oh, that's right. Shah Rukh Khan's,
the first choice.
Right, the first kind of girlfriend and,
yes.
Kal
Ho Na Ho, she did appear in. She did a feature, or she was a cameo for like a couple of seconds in the song Mahive.
Oh, right.
Alrighty, moving on. Let's see how well you know your Hindi dialogues.
Ooh.
So you're going to have to complete the following dialogues. The first one is Ek chutki sindoor.
Tum kya jano, Ramesh Babu.
That is correct. Ek chutki sindoor ki keemat tum kya jano, Ramesh Babu, from, let's see if you can guess the movie.
Is this like in Om Shanti Om? They like mentioned this once. I don't know if that's the actual origin of the dialogue, but I know they mock it in that movie.
It was Om Shanti Om, definitely. So, yeah, and then continuing the fun, let's see if you can answer this question. Name 5 films in which Salman Khan's character is named Prem.
In which his name is Prem. Wow, that's like most of like early 90s, 2000s.
Early 90s, yeah. If you can't guess 5, you can guess 3. It's fine.
In Hum Aapke Hai Kaun, is his name Prem in that movie?
Yes.
I'll that's 1.
Yeah.
I want to guess like Hum Dil Dekh Chuke Sunam or something. I feel like he's also Prem in that movie.
In that movie, his name was Samir.
Man, okay. I love that you know this. You see, you're definitely a bigger Bollywood junkie than I am. Let's see. Another movie where he's named Prem.
Maybe if I give you a hint.
I can't think of any others. Help me. Oh, Hum Saath Saath Hain.
That's That's exactly right. So yes, that was 3.
Difficult.
And the last question, which of the following actresses was originally supposed to make her debut as the main lead in Kaho Na Pyar Hai? There's Isha Deol, there's Kareena Kapoor Khan, Preeti Zinta, and Priyanka Chopra.
I don't think Kareena Kapoor Khan. I don't think Priyanka Chopra. Isha Deol? I'm just guessing.
It is actually Kareena Kapoor Khan.
Really? Wow, I would have not known that.
She was supposed to make her debut with Kaho Na Pyar Hai opposite Hrithik Roshan. And she even did shoot for like 10 days. There was, I think, a couple of pictures that came out recently that showed her time being on set.
Yeah.
But she ended up leaving the movie, and they had to replace her with Amisha Patel.
Wow.
Who became an overnight star after the movie release. So, yeah.
Good for her. I mean, I will go look into this now. I never knew that tidbit, so.
There's your fun fact for the day.
Amazing.
Well, that brings us to the end of the quiz and our guest segment, and unfortunately the end of our today's episode. Millie, I want to thank you. I want to first ask you, did you have a great time?
It's so much fun. I mean, like, I feel like I was just like, we recreated the Coffee with Karan coffee table, and I just had the best time. So thanks so much for having me on today.
Definitely. You were a little shaky, but definitely the answers were full of fire and a little rapid. So thank you.
Of course.
Well, to the listeners, I hope you all enjoyed this particular episode. Don't forget to give it a whole bunch of likes, share it with all your friends and family, and leave your comments all over our streaming platforms and our Instagram at Bollywood Talkies with the extra S, because you know we are extra. Until then, I will see you guys with another episode really, really soon. So stay tuned and keep your notifications on. Till then, this is Minnie signing off. Namaste, goodbye. Thank you, and this is Bollywood Talkies.